Number 2. Walmart Tilapia. The frozen seafood aisle at Walmart has a way of pulling you in. Rows of neat, frosty tilapia fillets lined up like polite handshakes, promising dinner in under 10 minutes and a price tag that doesn't make you flinch. For anyone juggling rent, medications, and groceries, it feels like a win. Lean protein, mild flavor, and a healthy choice stamp that fits right into a weeknight rotation. You don't picture the water it swam in, the hands that processed it, or the journey it took. You just picture a hot skillet and a quiet evening meal. But the label has another story to tell, one you don't hear until someone digs deep. Early in 2025, multiple independent tests and investigative reports linked Walmart's tilapia, especially those under store brands and affiliated labels, to troubling sourcing and contamination issues. Much of it came from megafarms in China and Southeast Asia, places repeatedly flagged by both US and European watchdogs for overcrowded ponds, dirty water discharge, and heavy antibiotic use. In March, a nonprofit specializing in seafood oversight reported traces of chloramphenicol, an antibiotic banned in the US for its link to aplastic anemia and potential cancer risks. In random tilapia samples from big box retailers, Walmart included. Even in minute amounts, that's not an ingredient you want hiding under a crispy breadcrumb crust. The shadows stretched further. Late in 2024, a joint investigation by 2 major US newspapers uncovered how some of these overseas farms were tied to labor exploitation. Picture migrant workers in sweltering sheds, 14 hours a day, gutting fish in knee-deep water reeking of rotting carcasses from earlier batches. Pay withheld for months at a time. It's not just a supply chain flaw, it's the kind of detail that turns a quick dinner into a moral gut punch. And then came the FDA's November bulletin. Certain tilapia shipments headed to Walmart distribution centers were detained for filth under Section 801A of the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, a word that in regulatory terms means contamination by sewage, decomposing matter, or vermin. The catch? Once a shipment passes a second inspection, it quietly re-enters the retail stream. No glaring warning on the freezer door, no asterisk next to the sale price. For older shoppers, especially those on fixed incomes, the realization stings that affordable protein might come with invisible baggage. Chemical residues, unsafe farming, and human suffering halfway around the world. For decades, frozen fish carried a simple reputation: smart, healthy, economical. Now it comes with questions Walmart's price tags won't answer. Who raised it? In what water? And how many times have regulators sounded this alarm before? If tilapia is still your weeknight fallback, the safer route isn't always more expensive. Skip the rock-bottom, unbranded bags and look for US farm-raised or product of Mexico, Honduras labels, regions with tighter antibiotic controls. Swapping species can help too. Wild-caught pollock or catfish from American waters, often found at chains like H-E-B or Meijer, can be just as budget-friendly during sales. And for a bargain hunter's trick, stop by your fish counter an hour before closing. Discounted fresh catch can beat frozen prices without the same risks. The taste and texture you expect from tilapia can be matched with quick-frozen Alaskan pollock fillets in bulk bags from warehouse clubs. Season pan fry and serve without wondering if your dinner spent its life swimming in antibiotic sludge or passed through hands working in conditions you wouldn't wish on anyone. Because once you've seen what's hiding behind the frost-covered plastic, it's hard to unsee. And when the value in a value meal comes from cutting corners oceans away, the real cost doesn't show up on the receipt, it shows up somewhere far worse. The question that lingers is this: how many times will we trade health and humanity for a few dollars saved before we finally decide the bargain isn't worth buying?